Now I come to the second part of today's talk, and that is the message that Swami gave on that particular day. What is the message that Swami gave on that particular day? The message is the bhajan, Manas Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasagara Taranam. We sing this bhaja with great fervor, but we fail to understand its deep spiritual significance and the message that Swami has shared in several occasions. In fact, the secret of this bhajan lies in reversing the order of the words. What is the order of the words? Manasa bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhavasagar Taranam. Swami said, go in the reverse order. First, realize that you are in a Bhavasagara. You have to realize and have that desire. First, you have to have that clarity, that realization that I'm in Bhavasagara, that I am leading through these series of lifetimes. According to our scriptures, hundreds, thousands, lakhs of these lifetimes, and through several yonis and gatis. As per the Sanatana Dharma, 84 lakh species, of which man is the crest jewel of creation. In fact, in the Viveka Chudamani, Sri Adi Shankaracharya says that it is only as a merit of 1 crore well-lived lives does one ultimately achieve self-realization. 1 crore well-lived lives. This is what Sri Adi Shankaracharya says. So it's verily that it's like a Bhavasagara with crores and crores of waves. Similarly is our journey of so many lifetimes. So first we have to realize in this. If we are happy the way we are, if we are happy going through lakhs and lakhs of lives, that's okay. But if we want to be coming out of it, then Swami says the second part is you have to resolve on Taranam. Why Taranam? Why do you want to cross this? Often if we talk about moksha or liberation or self-realization to people, they said, no, I don't want moksha and all that. I am very happy. Why do I need moksha? But then Swami says, if you ask the same set of people, do you want dukkha nivrutti, means cessation of all sufferings? Do you want ananda prapti, gaining of supreme joy? Then everybody will say yes. Swami says that's exactly the objective of moksha. Permanent dukkha nivrutti, permanent ananda prapti. But for that you have to resolve on taranam. In the same Viveka Chudamani, Sri Adi Shankaracharya had said, Durlabham trayame vaitat devanugraha hetukam manushyattam mumukshattam mahapurusha samshaya. There are 3 things which are possible with great difficulty you get only by God's grace. Manushyatvam, mumukshatvam, mahapurusha samshaya. Human birth, desire for a higher life, and the proximity of a great human being, Mahapurusha. How blessed we are that we have all these 3. Manushyatvam, mumukshatram and avatara purusha samshaya. So we have to resolve, having gained from these 3 greatest blessings from God, that we want to cross this Bhavasagara. Now Sri Adi Shankaracharya has said that it takes 1 crore lifetimes to achieve self-realization. But Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, just a century ago, in one of his very famous conversations in the Gospel of Ramakrishna, he had said that you can have the divine experience within 3 days. You don't need to wait for long, just 3 days. How? If you have the love that a mother has for a newborn child, if you have the love that a newlywed bride and bridegroom have for each other, and if you have the love which a miser has for money, and combine all these 3 forms of love and direct that yearning for God and God alone for 3 consecutive days, I guarantee you that you will have that experience. Probably it may take 1 crore lifetimes to get that kind of yearning. But just like the sunlight, when it is channelized through a particular lens and targeted towards the paper catches fire instantly. But if that lens is not there, if the channelization of sun rays does not happen, it's one of the experiments we do in physics in school. then that sunlight may fall on paper forever and more. It is not going to catch fire. So it's the rigor of this particular yearning that's what matters. And that is why Taranam, the desire for resolve for Taranam, is very important. Then comes the third part. Swami says, after that, you have to reach out to Guru Charanam. The moment you realize that you're in a Bhavasagara, the moment you resolve on Taranam, then you will automatically reach the Guru. It is said that those who choose God are the ones who are actually chosen by God. When we realize and resolve, we will automatically be led to the Guru who will show us the path. I think that is true for all of us, and that's why we are here in Swami's fold and a recipient of his grace, blessings and his message. But the Guru will show only the path. He will only highlight our weaknesses and suggest improvements. We have to walk the path. The Guru will not walk the path. The avatar will not walk the path. The classic example is the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna took upon the responsibility to be the charioteer of Arjuna, and he was only guiding him. Arjuna had to follow that guidance and actually win the war, Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, the one which was fought, which was the war of Dharma and Adharma on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the very first two words of the Bhagavad Gita. So the job of the avatar is to only guide us, and he will prepare us through a series of tests. And here there is a very nice Chinnakatha which I'd like to share, which Swami had narrated in 1995 in October in one of the discourses. There was this particular disciple who came to a guru and said that I want to have your guidance on attaining self-realization. So the guru gave him some spiritual guidance and said, you practice this for an entire year and come back to me. After you have practiced this for an entire year, when you come back to me, I will be able to take you to the next level. So the disciple went home, practiced for a year, and said and realized that now he's ready for coming to the Guru and getting his message for self-realization. And he had bath that day and came and sat there in the Guru's ashram. And while he was sitting, the maid servant who was cleaning or not the maid servant, actually a volunteer who was cleaning the grounds of the ashram, involuntary dust fell from the broom onto this man's clothes. And he was so angry, he looked at her with great anger and he was almost hissing with rage. But then he didn't do anything because it was the Guru's ashram. And the Guru saw this happening. And then when this man went to the Guru, he said, Sir, Guruji, I am ready for receiving the Brahma Tattva message from you. The Guru said, but I don't think you are ready. You still have the anger of a snake. You are hissing with revenge. This is not the prerequisite in order to attain Brahma Tattvam. So go back and practice for one more year what I have told you and come back again after a year to get the message. So this disciple went back, practiced for an entire year with great fervor and came back a year later. This time again he had bath and with all the auspicious clothes came and sat there. The Guru had told this volunteer in advance that this man is going to come. When you see him there, last time inadvertently the dust fell on his clothes. This time you purposely go and throw a lot of dust onto him while you're cleaning the grounds of the ashram. So this lady said last time he was so angry with him, this time he will beat me up. The Guru said, no, he won't beat you up. Don't worry, just do as I say. So this man was sitting there. This lady came and she threw all the dust on this man's clothes. And this man was so angry, he could not curtail his anger. He got up and was about to beat this lady. He shouted at her and he was almost going to beat her up. And the Guru saw this. So when the man went back, he somehow controlled himself, went back to the Guru. The Guru said, and he said, Guruji, I am ready for the message. He said, not yet. You still have the tendencies of the dog. You're barking. You're about to attack people. You are not yet ready. Go back 1 more year. One more year he practiced, one more year he did sadhana as the Guru had suggested and came back. And this time when he came back, again bath, auspicious clothes sat there. The Guru had told this lady volunteer that when you see this man, you pour dirty water onto him. Dirty water onto him. So this lady said that Guruji, I have been spared 2 times, this time I'll definitely get beaten up. The Guru said, no, nothing will happen to you. I take the responsibility. So when this man was sitting there, this lady took and poured dirty water onto this man. And this man, and fearing the worst, this lady was like, she closed her eyes thinking this man will just blow up. This man stood up with folded hands and told that lady, Mother, I'm extremely grateful to you for teaching me the virtue of patience and tolerance, for helping me control my anger and vengeance. You have been a great help in my spiritual journey. Please accept my namaskarams. He bowed down to the lady and then went to the Guruji and said that, please give me the guidance. And the Guru said, yes. Now you have given up the vengeance or revengefulness of a snake. You have given up the anger of a dog. You have even given up the identity with the body. Now you are a befitting candidate to get the supreme message. So the whole objective of getting the Guru's proximity is so that we get his guidance. He will guide. He will test. I remember this is also the occasion of Dasara. In 1962, in the occasion of Navaratri, Vijayadashmi Day, Swami had announced that I am very soon starting the Sri Satyasai Seva organizations, and it will give you an opportunity to serve humanity as sadhana for your own spiritual emancipation. If you participate in the activities of the organization with your heart and soul, not only you but several generations of your family will get the ultimate spiritual fulfillment. However, there will be lot of tests. I will test you at every step. You will have to clear those tests in order to be able to benefit from that supreme spiritual fulfillment. So the Guru does all of that. Why? So that finally we revere his feet. We hold on to his feet. The last part of the story and the first words of the bhajan, bhajare, manasa bhajare, with our mind, with our memories, with smaranam, with shravanam, with drishti, we are constantly having the Guru's feet in our memory, in our priority. And that also means that not only revering the feet does not mean with rituals, ashtotaram and flower and gandham and pushpam and all the agarbat, all of that. No, that is one part of it if possible. Some usually is to encourage mental prayers, mental puja. But reflecting on his feet, revering his feet means walking the path that he has shown. Following his footsteps is the real way in which we can offer homage to his feet. I'll conclude with an experience that Swami had, which one of my seniors had shared with me. Swami had given an interview to a few research scholars in the Prashanti Nilayam interview room. And there in the course of the conversation, Swami was talking to them and he asked them, what is the rarest of thing in this world? So everybody gave different answers. Typically if we are asked that question, typically we would say moksha, self-realization, whatever. So most of those answers were around those two themes. And after everybody had answered, Swami said, no, moksha or self-realization is not the rarest of things. Because everybody will ultimately get moksha or self-realization. It is a matter of time and effort. As Sri Adi Shankaracharya said, 1 crore lifetimes. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said 3 intense days of yearning. So it is a matter of time. Even the ant will reach the Atma. The rarest of the things is to be the contemporary of the avatar when he comes into this physical world. Still rarer is to know of his divine identity. In Rama's years, only dozen rishis knew about his divinity. In Krishna's times, Few more Gopikas, Gopalas, and the near and dear ones whom Krishna had given an experience knew of his divinity. But in the Sai incarnation, both as Shirdi and Satyasai, we've had thousands and lakhs of individuals who have had the experience of their divinity through personal, tangible, intangible form. So we have those experiences to enable us to know that he is who he is. Then Swami said, rarer still is to be chosen by him to be a part of his mission. And the rarest is giving your time, energy, resources in life in order to participate in that mission and help achieve the mission for which the avatar has come. This opportunity comes to a very small, minuscule number of people, and that is the rarest of the rare opportunities, Swami said. If we analyze today, there are 700 to 800 crore human beings on this earth. How many are aware of Swami's divinity and message? How many of them were contemporaries of his? How many of them are interested in participating in the mission? And finally, the 6 lakh of us who are active workers in the organization, how many of us are willing to make our time, energy, resources, and life itself available for the sake of achieving the mission for which Swami had come? So I'll conclude my talk by reaffirming the 4 R's which form the core of the Avatar Declaration Day message. What are they? First, realize that we are in a Bhavasagara. Second, resolve that we want to cross this ocean of life and death and move and achieve our ultimate destination. Third, reach the Guru. Fourth, revere his feet by following his path and participate wholeheartedly in the mission for which he has incarnated on earth. On this Avatar Declaration Day, let us take a resolve that we will all progress on all these 4 R's. Most of us have progressed on the first, second, and third, and now we have to ensure that we do the 4th one with all our heart and soul. And let us pray to Swami that he gives us his grace, his blessings, and his special anugraha to be his befitting instruments and give our very best in the accomplishment of the mission, which is Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Cha, as the motto of our organization is transforming self to transform the world. It's actually synonymous to the Vedic dictum Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Cha. Let's be fully committed to it and progress and achieve. Thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram.